YouTube. If I look rough, I've had a rough morning. If I talk aggressively, it's because I'm a hothead and it ain't cooled off yet. So I know we're supposed to be talking about the second daughter because we left off with the first daughter last night, but I need to just tell y'all about my morning, and I promise I'll tell y'all about the youngest daughter. This morning, mind you, I went to bed at 2 o'clock this morning. That's nobody's fault. That's my fault. I went to bed at 2 o'clock this morning. At 6 o'clock this morning, I turned over because I hear a lot of noise, screaming and cursing, and like um, fighting. Is this the first time that I've heard this? No, I've been in this apartment since July, and I've been hearing it since July. Now, I live alone. I run my own business. I don't know my neighbor's name. Okay. What I do know is I have went to her on several occasions because the noise level was just too much. And I was just asking her to calm down a little bit or to have her daughter calm down a little bit because, it seemed like she never was taught how to walk. But those are kids, okay? But when a kid is running, it's a pitty pat, pitty pat, pitty pat, pitty pat. And when adults are just being adults because you hear booms and your windows is shaking and you know what I'm saying? You can hear it through the vents like people. That's not a kid. Yes, I went to her calmly. Yes, we have never had an argument. We have never fell out. We have none of that. We will talk. She will say she's sorry. I will move on. Sometimes I didn't talk to her. Sometimes I called the building complex. I've tried to talk to her. I need for y'all to step in, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. So this morning I was woke up to all this nonsense. Okay. So I decided to just get up. I put a load in, washed a couple dishes, made my regular iced coffee that I keep telling y'all about. That'd be so good. But I made my iced coffee and then I got in the tub. As I'm sitting in the tub, because I'm a weirdo, so like I'll run some bath water, sit in it for a while, wash up, you know what I mean? And then I need to get out, wash it out, and run another bath water. And then I get back in that and I do the same thing. Then I repeat it and then I do it 3 times all together, right? I was getting ready to do it my third time, but I'm hearing, shut up, B, sit down. And instantly my mind went back to all the violence that I told y'all I have experienced. So yes, it triggered something like, oh my God, she's scared. She's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I had somebody to help me when I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? So let me just go to her and let her know just to calm down, just to like break it apart. I don't know. Some people can call it like you should have just mind your business, but it becomes not your business when everybody in the complex can hear it clearly. Okay, it becomes everybody's business when you're doing it early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can tell you what word you're saying verbatim. That becomes everybody's business. When you hearing the booms and the bams and the bangs and everybody hear it. So is it me getting in your business or is it you letting me in your business? because you won't quiet down. First of all, let's get something understood. I run the doorbell. I hopped out the tub. I wrapped myself up in my towel. I put my robe on and I put a cover around me because it's cold outside. And I had just got out the tub. Yes, I was still wet. But I had to knock on this lady's door and let her know what you know I was hearing it and what you know I suggested be done. So I say to the young lady, I'm standing on the outside of her door. She's standing on the inside of her door, kind of like behind it because she's cold. You know what I'm saying? So she like peeping around it. But I'm talking to her. This is how we always communicate. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I go over there and talk to her about it being noise made, this is the communication we have. This is how we have our dialogue. Nothing unusual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to her, ma'am, I've been real nice and I've came to you, when there was issues with the noise and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I think that whatever situation you all have going on between the adults, then it's just loud. Like maybe you should tell your mate to just quiet down a little bit. As soon as I say that, here come her mate. She still hasn't switched positions. We still in the same position. I hear him. He's at the top of the stairs. Okay, he's at the top of the stairs, and I hear him. bitch this and I mean, like it was bad. I'm gonna get my niece and I'm a woo woo woo. Okay, all right. Now we doing threats. Okay. So I look at the little girl and I tell the little girl, I said, you see, when you get big people, now that's including me, because I've been there thinking if I raise my voice, I'm throwing my weight around, I'm scaring somebody. No, I'm bullying people. And that is what he's doing to you. He's bullying you. And he's bullying you in front of your child. Facts. The young lady didn't disagree, right? I said, baby, please. I said, you look like me, baby. I said, please don't go down that path. You work so much more. Like, don't let nobody do that to you, especially in front of your baby. In the background, her baby just a waving and waving. And I'm waving back at her. The baby ain't did nothing. The baby is in some confusion. And that's what the baby in. The baby be there. So more than likely the baby see things going on. You know what I'm saying? So as he going on, I'm going back and forth with him at this point because now I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told him, you should have never said nothing to me in the first place. Go find you a man to talk to. You only talking to me like this because you know ain't no man in my house. And you ain't seen no man around my house. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have men in my house. That's not what I do. I'm not in no relationship. And if that's not the case, I'm not married. If that ain't the case, there ain't no nigga finna be in here. Not in this house. No man gonna be in here. So you ain't seen no men come in my house and leave my house. You never seen it. But I'ma tell you what, you the same person that tried to talk to me on a dating app. Turned around, we move in here, and I find out it was you. Because you kept telling me you look so familiar, you look so familiar. So I had to remind you of where I knew you from. And even after I reminded you of where I knew you from, you tried to holler at my youngest daughter. I'm not finna play with people. The girl walked away, left the door wide open. All she say is she cold. He hollering about me trespassing because I'm on my way up the stairs. You don't want to come down? I'ma come up because see, I don't need to call nobody for you. I'm a big girl just like you. Come do me like you do her. That's what I'm feeling. And that's what I said. And I said what I said. And I meant it and did. And yes, right now, I feel like I would just want to wait for him to come out the door. What's the tea now? We both outside. He ain't gonna talk to me. He ain't gonna talk to me. You wanna know why he ain't gonna talk to me? Because a lot of men don't stand up to women like that. If a woman act like they gonna go toe to toe and stand their ground, men don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? You calling me out my name? That don't mean nothing. That's all my friends know me by. But I'm glad to know that you know what it really is because it takes one to know one. So, okay. So everybody's saying, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah, that's easy for y'all to say. When I feel like I got pumped, like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. No man, no woman. No, no, no. I don't want to hear about all that power and no, I don't want to hear about all that. I don't. I don't. Because just like men, you know what I'm saying, could knock you out. Some men can get knocked. That's a chance you take. And that's for anybody that's finna get into it with anybody. You take a chance because you don't know who finna win. You don't know who finna come out on top. It's a chance you take. And that's what I mean when I'm telling people you don't know what mind state people be in. You don't know my story. You don't know what I done been in. You don't know how I feel about men like you. You don't have no idea what I'm capable of doing to a man like you. So I'm gonna go out of it the cowardly way because that's what I feel like. I gave everybody what they wanted. I'm not satisfied, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in life I'm not gonna be satisfied with. But you know, sometimes you gotta listen to people and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just listen to people. You know what I'm saying? But no, just know this will never ever happen to me again. Soon as tomorrow come, I will be called in the complex because it's either me or it's her. Now, I can coexist with her, but they can get him out of here because he ain't even supposed to be here anyway. So, yeah, I might want you to ban him from the property because what is he here for? What is he here for? He said he got a lease. Yeah, when it was 100 degrees outside, it was if it was 100 degrees. The real feel was 110. He had on the same outfit he got on, and it's 40 outside. The real feel is below zero, and you got a good job, and you got more going on than me. Yeah, you work at a place that pay good, yes, but what you got to show for it? What? The same outfit? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Real talk. Stop playing with me. Cause that right there is for the birds. I'm just get out of here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not. It's like a waste of time. Really, it's a waste of time. Do you give people that pleasure? You know, um, yeah. It's just got me mad. It got me mad. And when I'm up there, I'm up there. When I'm at the top of the hill, I'm at the top of the hill. Let me come down in my time. I don't need everybody telling me, come down, come down, come down, come down, because it may be easy for you to calm. It may not be so easy for me to calm. I'm not going to calm like right away. I'm going to calm, but it's going to have to be in my timing. I ain't went back to nobody's door. I ain't said nothing to nobody. I ain't messing with nobody. I'm in my home. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and waiting on my food because I'm a fat girl. I want to eat. I'm hungry. Okay, that's my friend, my man friend, y'all. He so he like I don't know because if you get attacked or something, just take it. Like forget the street rules. I want to live. Man, that's how you know. A lot of people don't be out. Yeah, he said call. Oh my god, y'all, that's so funny. Like, oh my god, he like just take the attack. I am dead. Do you hear me? Like I'm tired. I am tired. That was crazy. That was crazy. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I needed that laugh. That was some good exercise. My stomach is so sore because I've been exercising, y'all. I'm trying to lose weight. Youngest daughter, 2000, July of 2000, had a party. It was my birthday, July 16th. And back then, gin was the drink to drink. And it just so happened where I had my party at, you know, for me, it was gin on the house. Man, I couldn't ask for nothing better. I took advantage of it. I did. You know how they be like Jenny G and Jen make you sin. Well, I did go home and sin. But shortly after this sin, you know what I'm saying? I started feeling like weird. You know, like at the bottom area, like what's up? because this supposed to be committed. This years. This ain't this kids. A baby. You know what I'm saying? It's involved. Like we got a baby together. Like we don't do this. Okay. So, me as I am right now today, I run right on to the emergency room. Cause see what y'all don't know is I run to the emergency room quick. Let me tell you something. If it don't feel right, I'm gone. I need for you to tell me that blood work ain't show that. If I have a dream, y'all, I run to the hospital. I mean, y'all can laugh all y'all want to. I don't even care. It sounds foolish because it's foolish. Okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. I haven't been, you know, intimately active. I've been none. Okay? Yeah, I needed to scratch on that. That is start itching that time. Okay. I ain't had that, so it's like, it's like I'm only doing it with like you. So what we doing here? I go to the emergency room. And um okay, y'all, hold on. I'm just trying to um text my. I tell my baby daddy that I was feeling this, and my stomach was hurting. So I went to the emergency room. The ambulance took me because I was in so much pain. And I went to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, and the doctor kept saying, you know, are you pregnant? And I kept telling him no, because I had just told him, when my last cycle was. It wasn't no way I could be pregnant. And I ain't never stopped having cycles. So he came back like three more times, like, is there a chance you could be pregnant? No. Why do you keep asking me that? What is happening? So then he come back, he like, well, you have a urinary tract infection. I'm like, okay, but it took you that long? Like, so then he said, so are you sure you're not pregnant? I said, I'm not pregnant. He said, you are pregnant. I was pregnant. Did my blood work get mixed up? He said, your blood work or your urine didn't get mixed up. I said, oh, y'all was so distraught. I walked home from the hospital. I was distraught. Yes, I walked home from the hospital. And I get home and I lay in the bed and I'm thinking to myself, like, what is really going on? Like, I'm trying to adjust to this. I'm thinking I don't need this. I don't want this. I'm thinking a lot of different things, like, because We weren't all really like lovey dovey. You know what I'm saying? It was more like he slept at one end of the bed, I slept at the other end of the bed, but it was his choice. You know what I'm saying? It was his choice. So I always felt like the attraction wasn't there, but because we had the children, then, because we had the one child already, then that's why he stuck around, right? So, so y'all, I'm doing DoorDash. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go get my food, but I'm still talking. So when I make it home from the doctor's office, I I go home and I instantly get in the bed because I don't feel good still, but I get in the bed and I get in the bed and the first thing out his mouth is what they say. The first thing out my mouth is what you think they said. He then said, I don't know what they said. I wasn't there with you. I said, you right, you wasn't there. But they said I was pregnant. You talking about mad? Man, he was. And I'm thinking, so you don't want another baby neither? Y'all, it don't feel good when you pregnant by someone that don't want. When yeah, when y'all not riding on that same wave, that don't feel good. And you begin to take things personal. You begin to make things be about you, and things really not about you. It's not about you. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's about that person. And if it wasn't me, then it would have been somebody else. I thank God that I didn't do what I kept saying I wanted to do, and that was just not having another baby. And I said that 1,000 times over. I cried and cried and cried so much and hollered about me not wanting it and all this other stuff. And I came out, my baby came out a crybaby. If I touched her, she yelled. But if he touched her, she was okay. If I laid her next to me in the bed, she yelled. But if he lay next to her, she didn't yell. And then she got to a point where she just wouldn't stop hollering. So I took her back to the labor and delivery. Y'all gonna have to do something. Cause this baby won't stop crying. And they was like, well, is it quiet at your home? I'm like, yeah. How is the lightning? I mean, it's light. Like, I mean, when you flick on the light, the light come on. Like, okay. Well, you need to have the lights brighter. And she's used to the noise. So you have to make sure that there's noise being made. But man, I'm not sleeping with no light on. When she slept in my room in the hospital, we didn't sleep with no light on. Now we slept with the TV on. She was like, no, 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 no. I'm talking about all the beeping and those noises she heard. I don't got no beeps. I don't got no beeps. So, and this baby was just crying. They sent me home with her, and she was just crying. And eventually, she just stopped crying. Eventually, she did. She just stopped crying. So, okay, y'all, I love the fortune cookies. Like, but I'm like, okay, so as she get older, I mean, me and her dad stay together for like up until she's like 1, and and I left because I had been through so much with him, dealing with other women. I'm knowing he dealing with other women. He bringing the women in my face, and you know what I'm saying. Want me and the women to be friends, and it was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. And then he wasn't there for my baby. He wasn't. So we tried to make it work, and eventually I just got tired and I left. I packed up both of my kids and me, and we hit the street. We was gone, Milwaukee bound. I had family there. So he hasn't seen his kids in years. He don't call for birthdays. He don't even know birthdays. He don't know how to spell their names. If y'all could ever see like some of the text messages he may send to my kids, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And then the youngest one birthday is closer to yours than anything. Your birthday is March 17th, hers is the 28th. Like, come on, how you don't remember? I went into labor 11 days after your birthday. Make it make sense. Then his family got all in his ear about how she looked at Puerto Rican and woo 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 woo. And is like, don't do that. That is his baby. Okay, so she got my features. She looked like me. To me, she looked like him. To y'all, she looked like me. But we can always DNA this whenever. Period. We didn't though. Because I ain't want no child support. My little chicken butt. I ain't want to have to share custody. So I never went for child support. That way I ain't have to worry about them asking to see my kids. That's how I looked at it. Well, let's fast forward a little bit because now she's an adult. The most giving, jokeful, when everybody is down, she could pick a room up. Everybody know her for her smile. But the giving part became too much because I didn't expect her to be like, she always was a friendly person. My other daughter is more like a standoff person. I'm more social as well. But she be feeding the whole block my food. Like, what? And then they be having choices: hot dogs, noodles. I be much. What is you cooking this for? What is you cooking this for? Cause he said he wanted this and she wanted it. Munchie, if you don't get out of my house, please get out. Like you just giving stuff away. And she continued to be that way today. And I got it bad. I was just telling my friend, like, one thing I just dislike about myself is I'm always trying to help. Even when I don't have, I need to try to make a way for it to happen for that person because it's always about me last. Because you know what? God is going to forever bless me and I'm going to be all right. God is going to forever bless them too. But the question is do they know God? Do they know how good God is? It'd be my question. And my youngest baby is now 23. She has a 2-year old, my broke best friend. And she is all the broken blood vessels in my soul. Because if she's not me, she me. And I called her today when the stuff went down, but I was calling her to calm me down. Before I knew it, she done called us. They both done came over here. She told me she ready to go to the door, just knock on the door. She just want to know what tea is. She just want to know what the tea is, because if we got to do whatever, 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 you know what I'm saying? She just like me, just like me. No matter how many times I told her, look, the police was here. They was like, if I go over there again or whatever, 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 then it's gonna look like it's me starting stuff. So I need to just call him. Now she keep acting like I ain't never said that. Like I said that to you, girl. She still talking about I'm just trying to figure out, can I go to the door? Can I ring the doorbell? No, don't ring the doorbell. You going on home now, cause you don't need to be. I don't even. I'ma really have to fight in, cause you messing with my kid. So we'll leave that part alone. Her sister want to read books, play her game, go to work, play the drums, and love on her 2 pit bulls and her greyhound mixed with lab. She don't want to hear nothing else. She gonna tell you flat out on weekends, I ain't coming outside. Monday through Friday, I work from 5 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. I'm not coming outside over the weekend. And if she do come outside, you know why she outside. Because she got some money in her pocket. She got some money in her pocket. So you most definitely gonna know when she outside. But my 23-year-old is still trying to figure out her place. Um, that's a mama's girl for sure. And I'm gonna have to break her um from being connected to my hip because it kind of like holds me back because I need to make sure that she okay before I leave. And everybody be like, well, she's 23 years old, she a grown lady, she got a baby, she gonna have to figure it out. Who was that? Like I don't want her to go what I went through. Like, don't nobody want that for their kid. And I don't. So I'm gonna try my best. I keep telling her, you working 2 jobs, you finna go to school. I'm gonna move around because I'm ready to leave. And I don't want to be stuck here because you want to finish doing what you want to do and then you want me to move on your time. She wanted to go back to Chicago, but they not gonna be able to deal with her. Not living with them, she not gonna be able to deal with them. You know what I mean? It ain't like she's gonna be able to run the streets. For one, she don't know nobody out there. I took her away from Chicago, both of them. The oldest one was 3, and the young one was 1. Had just turned 1. Um, they don't know nobody in Chicago but their family. They don't even know how Chicago, you know, the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Will scare them because we've been there and done it already. But that's what she want to go back to, and I don't. And the thing about that is I can't let her go by herself because I don't know if she gonna have somewhere to go. And I need to make sure that my baby and my grandbaby got somewhere to go. So if I gotta pack up my stuff and move it to where she want to go, then I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna still be putting myself on the back burner and sacrificing myself. But I vowed that once I get into another relationship, I didn't want my kids to be around or be involved in my relationship. We've been through that all their life. Like they've been through everything with me. They've seen all of the abuse. They've seen, you know what I'm saying, all the depression. They've seen the anxiety. They've seen the near deaths. They've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? So my kids has literally a lot of times given up their life for me because of the illnesses that I have. And now I just want, when I didn't want them to, they wanted to. And I never thought that they would get out there and do it. They got out there and did it. Like my oldest one got her own place. The youngest one had a place, but came back home. Okay. But I have to let them grow up. I have to let them, you know, be them. And I have to be ready to and be with my significant other, whomever that may be. I don't know right now because I'm not with nobody. I'm not looking to be with nobody. I'm literally trying to get my business up and off the ground, literally. So I'm working on that because I don't like being around crowds. I don't like rejection. Um, you know, I I don't know what to expect. I'm doing a pop up shop, and I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna just make it be pretty. I'm gonna make sure the product is sitting out nicely, and I'm gonna make sure everybody have a good time. And that's all I can do. And tell a little bit about my backstory. That's what I can do. And I want my kids to be there because my kids has been through it all. Has been through it all. My children have went to 6 different schools in one school year because I was only thinking about me. I was only thinking about the trauma I've been through. I was only thinking about what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? When my father died, I lost it. You know what I'm saying? My kids suffered. When I tell you they suffered, my kids suffered. And sometimes when you go through things like that, you have to worry about your kids, like um, having some type of resentment. You know what like? Because like I sat here and I said previously in the video that my childhood was just snatched from me, and I didn't know. I didn't do no different with my children. What I did was I kept picking them up and putting them in places where, you know what I'm saying, they had no choice, they had no option. So I just put them in this place and expected them to adjust. And if they wasn't adjusting how I wanted them to adjust, then it was kind of forced upon them. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff kids hold on to. They remember. Like I remember I was unhappy in this place and you made me stay just like me. I was unhappy in those relationships. I was unhappy in that house. I was unhappy with the abuse. I was unhappy with the verbal, the physical, the mental, and now I'm paying for it and I hold resentment, and I'm holding resentment towards a person that's not even alive because I haven't let that hurt go, because that hurt is what made me who I am today. When people say, people didn't know, like you didn't hear about mental illness as much as you hear about it now. Because back then, I'm a living witness of it. I ain't know what I was going through. I knew my mama was dead. I knew both of my sisters was dead. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. I'm being abused. You know what I'm saying? I'm being lied to. I'm being talked about. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing scamming things like signing my daddy's rights overs and all this other stuff I didn't even know. Like I'm 9. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I signed the papers, we went to court. What we go to court for? I don't know. Maybe it was because she was gonna get some funding. Our legal guardian was gonna get some funding or something. I don't know. But for a long time, I couldn't tell you if I was depressed. I couldn't tell you if I was having anxiety, if I was scared, if I understood. I couldn't tell you none of that because all she did was kept putting me in all these different therapies and finally put me in a group home. And once I got kicked out the group home, then there was, you can't come back here. So I said, I would never do that to my children. I'm not going to do that to my children. I don't want my children to have that much resentment for me. I understand the resentment that they may have now, but I will not see my kids out in the cold. There's no way a person I will be able to fix my mouth to say, I don't know where she gonna go, but she can't come here. No, 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 no. We finna find a 5, 6 bedroom, and we gonna live in this house. You gonna have your room. You gonna have your room. Your dogs is gonna be in the bed. Like I'm gonna make room for everybody, and that's how that goes. You know. But I was mistreated because my legal guardian didn't like my father, and back then a lot of that went on. These grandparents don't like the baby daddies, so they take it out on the children. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. So, you know, I'm just going to continue forward with what I'm doing, okay? Because my children are very, very, very smart. They both work good jobs. One got 2 jobs, the other one got one, but it's a good job. You know, college, one getting ready to go to culinary school, the other one then graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? To be a parole or probation officer for the young kids, whatever they call y'all. And I've done my job. She takes very good care of her baby. I have no reason. I have no reason to not trust my children. I love my girls with my every being. But like they used to tell me, Ma, it's time for us to part. We can't live together forever. I ain't never want my kids to move out. I didn't. But when they start moving, guess what? I ain't had no choice. I had to let him go. I had to let him go. And I dealt with separation anxiety with both of them. I did. But I have went over my time for today. Tomorrow, let's start talking about hmm relationships that I've been in and the essays and the yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. I love y'all. For the one that's watching, thank you for watching. Please press the follow button, subscribe button, and turn on your notifications so that you will know that I'm always, when I'm always online. Sometimes you can catch me twice in a day. I am on TikTok. Um, so just be on the lookout for me. I'm just talking about my journey from where I came from up until now. My story is not finished, okay, because I haven't accomplished this last thing that I need to accomplish. So I'm still writing this story. And as I'm writing this story, I'm taking YouTube on the journey with me. Okay. So I hope you all enjoy. You're going to tell your friends, subscribe again. You can always get in the chat when you're in here and ask questions. If you missed something and something not making sense, please, please, please ask and I could tell you. Okay. But I only do like 45 minutes per session because I don't want people sitting here for hours and hours and hours and listen to me talk because I don't want to talk for hours and hours and hours. It make my throat dry. Okay. So I love you all. You all have a great day. Happy Sunday. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Goodbye.